Doesn't matter what you want to call our creator, someone created all of this, and it's beautiful. And the most beautiful thing that I can think of is the human spirit and making sure that we communicate with one another and express our love. And that's what we're doing tonight. And on that note, we begin for you. Joining us to introduce the winners in our Books for Adults category, veteran reporter and producer who has worked at Fox 5 New York, NBC Nightly News, and most recently, CBS News for 60 Minutes, great program. It was her work on that program that led to her Christopher Award 2 years ago, and producing the segment Joy in the Congo, which also earned 2 Emmys and a Peabody. Congratulations. During her time at 60 Minutes, she also covered major stories like the 2010 earthquake in Haiti and the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. We are thrilled to have her with us. She is a shining light. She is a beacon. She is a wonderful personality. You know, she's got the real spirit and a great heart. Please welcome, a warm welcome for Magali Laguerre Wilkinson, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to have you here. Love you. All
wow.
yours. Thank you.
What a welcome. Well, it's an honor to be here tonight. 2 years ago, the story that I produced with my late colleague Clem Taylor, Joy in the Congo, received a Christopher Award, as you know, and I was in this very room with correspondent Bob Simon, my dear friend. As you also know, he was killed in a car accident in February. The story was about a symphony orchestra born and based in Kinshasa, the Democratic Republic of Congo. It truly was a story about survival and persistence, that no matter what your lot in life, anything was possible. It was, I will say, a total leap of faith when we went there to travel so far to the unknown. But as soon as we heard the orchestra play their first notes, we breathed a sigh of relief. Bob looked at me, winked, and we knew we had something special. So getting to work with Bob was one of those extraordinary privileges in this business, and the best part about that was that he didn't even realize it. If the story was a good one, off we went. While Bob is no longer with us, his body of work remains immortal, and all I can do is try my best to keep producing great stories, always in honor of Bob. So now we move on to the Books for Adults winners. Our first winner is Fully Alive by Timothy Shriver, published by Sarah Crichton Books, Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. As a young adult, Tim Shriver felt confused about how to make a difference in the world and integrate his faith with his work life. Instead of finding answers among cultural role models like celebrities and politicians, he found guidance in an unexpected place: the intellectually challenged young people of Special Olympics. In Fully Alive, Shriver documents the violence and injustices to which people with disabilities have been subjected to throughout history. He also reveals how much the seemingly powerless minority has taught him about God, purpose, and finding true happiness. As the chairman of Special Olympics, Tim Shriver had to attend a meeting in Los Angeles today to prepare for the World Summer Games. So accepting on his behalf is his son, Sam Shriver. Hoshi Little B by Wendy Holden, published by St. Martin's Press, Thomas Dunn Books. 9-year-old Owen Little B. Hawkins felt isolated and alone because of a rare muscle disorder that left him unable to walk and develop normally. Then his parents adopted Hachi, an abused puppy that had been left for dead on a London railroad track and lost a leg in the process. When Hachi and Owen met, their bond was instant and even spiritual. Owen realized that if Hachi could keep fighting through all his pain, so could he. This heartwarming book highlights the friendship that gave both Hachi and Owen newfound strength and determination. Accepting for London-based author Wendy Holden is her editor at St. Martin's Press, Marcia Markland. The Invisible Front by Yoki Driesen, published by Crown Publishers. For several years now, Major General Mark Graham and his wife Carol have waged a different kind of military campaign. Though their son Jeff was hailed as a hero after being killed while serving in Iraq, their son Kevin's death by suicide was met with silence from the Army. Since then, the Grahams have worked to change the Army's treatment of soldiers with PTSD and erase the stigma that surrounds those with mental illness. The Invisible Front exposes a problem that's spiraling out of control for our veterans. It also reminds them that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength. Accepting for author Yoki Driesen are the subjects of his book, Major General Mark Graham and his wife, Carol Graham. Congratulations. Congratulations. Jesus, A Pilgrimage by Father James Martin, published by Harper One HarperCollins Publishers. When Stephen Colbert's favorite priest invites you on a pilgrimage through the Holy Land, even if it's in book form, you should go. That's what Father James Martin does in this bestseller that's accessible to both believers and seekers. He visits the places Jesus walked, talked, and healed, coming to better know the historical figure who was a marginalized Jewish man under Roman tyranny. Father Martin also offers a fresh perspective on the Christ of faith, who he came to see less as someone demanding perfection and more as a savior offering freedom through love. Please welcome three-time Christopher Award winner, Father James Martin. A Long Way Home by Saru Brierley, published by G.P. Putnam's Sons Penguin Group. While begging for food with his brother at a train station in India, 5-year-old Saru Brierley accidentally wound up on a train to Calcutta, 1,000 miles away. Unable to communicate where he lived, the scared child endured a harrowing month on the streets and almost became a human trafficking victim. Child welfare authorities finally rescued Saru and placed him with a couple in Australia who adopted him. His life with them was happy, but he always yearned to reconnect with his birth family. A Long Way Home chronicles Saru's inspiring quest that finally came to fruition with the help of Facebook and Google Earth. Accepting for author Saru Brierley is his editor, Carrie Colin. Great dress. Mercy in the City by Carrie Weber, published by Loyola Press. In order to give her spiritual life a jump start during Lent, Carrie Weber decided to live out each of the Bible's corporal works of mercy. Whew. These acts of service, which include feeding the hungry and visiting the imprisoned, led her from a New York City breadline to California's San Quentin State Prison. The young writer soon found herself more drawn to loving God and all her fellow human beings. With a writing style that's a cross between Dorothy Day and Tina Fey, Carrie reminds us that opportunities to practice ordinary, tender mercies surround us every day. Please welcome author Carrie Weber. Congratulations. Congratulations again to each of tonight's winning authors, and we look forward to many more great things from you in the future.